ideology, or it's not about.
Oh my goodness. We're just going to get some help here for Cameron. Let me come back to Lydia while we get some help for Cameron here. Lydia, the President, we're going to go to a break right here. We'll be right back.
We have to start with what just happened over the past 62 minutes on. And it's not even one of my wacky view clips for you where we just make fun of Sunny or Joy. I mean, we love those.
Yes, when you take a look at this video, breaking political commentator comrade Josh fainted live on Fox News. I'm praying that she's okay. We recently witnessed this. Biden had an interview on The View. They were talking about that. Megyn Kelly reacted to this at a certain point. When I look at what is going on, I don't know why Biden is parroting the news at this time, because there is nothing he can tell us that people will really grab to listen. A lot of reactions to a certain video, which I'm going to show you everything. If you love what I'm doing here, please check if your notification is on and share the video if possible.
Another sort of forward-looking issue. Watching him on The View today and watching some of the interviews he did over.
Thank you for your viewership.
Yeah, I saw it. It's rare for me, but I did watch it.
You like Anna, that's what it is.
I will just say, watching him over the last few days reminded me that a whole bunch of people were telling us with a straight face that this man was capable of serving another 4 years as president. And that these appearances, coupled with what I understand is going to be the equivalent of a nuclear bomb dropped on the Democratic Party when Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's book come out next week, I don't know that the Democrats have fully internalized what's about to happen to them. Between what he looks like today and what they're about to report, get ready.
I am not sure that Joe Biden. I think this was very hard for Joe Biden, and I think he took responsibility for that. He did not say what you just said, Scott, that he said. You said that you said that he told Kamala Harris that she could not have any distance
False.
from him.
It's been reported. He told
it doesn't
her
matter what he
blank.
was.
He told her point blank, no daylight, kid, no daylight.
Because reporting can never be wrong.
Are you attacking the journalism around it?
You think reporting can never be wrong?
If you
come in and you come on here and you attack reporting every night.
I do not.
We actually asked him the question
There's critical
directly.
reporting about this guy, and he told her point blank, no daylight.
We asked him directly today. Right. Did you tell her that?
You think he's ever told a lie?
I don't think he tells many lies.
Stagnant decline, I can tell you that much.
I don't think he tells many lies. I don't think he's done.
Come on.
Wait. No, you know why you don't get to laugh like that? Because you support a guy who lies every freaking day and lies continuously. You support a guy who cannot acknowledge that he lost the 2020 election and that lies about it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's in Jake. Have you read it? Have you read it?
Guys, we gotta go. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, I believe you've seen how the show descended into chaos. Anna is telling us that Biden doesn't lie. Sometimes these people like to trigger people a lot with all these because it's crazy to even hear this. I don't know how Scott is coping with these ladies on this show because it's extremely difficult. You will easily lose your temper. Yeah. They see the truth, they twist it. They have been spewing these lies, protecting Joe throughout his 4 years. And they are still struggling to do that right now. It is crazy to see them doing this. Biden, everybody knew that Biden was not able to do his job. And people that were briefed to talk about it, they did that. These people protected that every day. Oh, Biden is strong. It's like this, it's like this. Now, take a look at what Megyn Kelly had to say about Joe.
My goodness.
He and Obama are two peas in a pod on this. Sexism and racism, if you didn't vote for her. That's obviously what she thinks too. But the nerve of this guy of all people to come out and say that's why she lost.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, Megyn. You know they're putting him out there to provide proof of life because a lot of people are wondering. They hadn't seen him in a while. But at some point in every person's life, you go from rehab to palliative care. And he is definitely in the palliative care category right now.
It's also sort of funny to me. Like, they're so effusive in their praise of Kamala Harris. Like, at some point, it sort of undercuts whether she was actually qualified if you have to say it every time you mention her. You know?
It's true.
And the other thing is, like, it's obvious the reason why she lost. It was all the damaging video and audio of her from when she ran for president back in 2020. It was being tethered to his terrible administration.
I was going to say,
it's like, of course, it's easy for him to be like, well, it was misogyny and racism. That's why she went down, because then he doesn't have to admit the thing that he was a terrible president.
Yeah, it was my border.
Yeah. What the hell was he talking about, by the way? He was like, I've never seen such an effective, like, misogynistic campaign. What the hell? Like, that's actually a first take. I mean, I know that Democrats say, well, it's because the country is misogynistic and racist and all those things. But, like, he's pointing the finger basically at the Trump campaign, saying that they had, like, this. Well, I mean, if you go back to, like, the ad slate of the messaging matrix that the Trump administration put together in the course of that campaign, it was immigration, it was crime, it was the horrible economy. I mean, none of these things are gender specific. Right. All of these things are his horrible decision making that she was latched to the belt on at The View when she said, I can't think of anything I would do differently.
Oh, they asked him about that. They asked him about that moment. Watch this, SOT 36.
When the vice president was here, I asked her if she would have done something differently than your administration over the past 4 years. And because of all the successes that your administration had, I think her response was, there is not a thing that comes to mind. Now, that answer was weaponized against her. And there has been some reporting that you encouraged her for there to be no daylight between the two of you. First, is that true? And do you think in retrospect that she should have tried to differentiate all the wins that your administration had?
What she has said. Like, in his defense, it was kind of incomprehensible. But this is not the way to set Joe Biden up for success, because he couldn't spin it quite the way she could. And by the way, for the listening audience, she read the entire question. These women are dopes. They can't come up with their own thoughtful question. They can't ad-lib something to them. She's just reading what some producer, and I know this personally, I've been on The View many times, they give you the questions in advance as the guest. I guarantee you they gave those questions to Joe Biden, too. In any event, what a joke, right? Like, and so none of it made sense. The premise of the question was false. Like, she was giving Kamala the chance to differentiate herself from all the successful policies that Joe Biden had. And then his answer, which is, I don't think people used her answer in a way that represented what she really meant.
Yes, in my opinion, Sunny Hostin played a greater role in putting Kamala Harris down. This question triggered a lot of people to change their mind. I watched a lot of videos. I saw interviews where people saying, oh, I can't vote for Kamala Harris because she's unable to respond to questions, or she cannot say what she would do that's different from Biden. You know, I saw a lot of people putting out videos similar to this. So she's struggling to bring back that topic now. I don't know if it is necessary because the damage was done. Yes. Bringing back Biden, like this guy said, it is just a proof of life. Like, people should believe, like, the guy is still alive. That is all. I don't see the essence of this. Believe me, if elections were approaching right now, Democrat would not allow this man to be moving up and down, doing interviews. They won't do that because they will be scared. Like, he will say some ridiculous thing that can trigger people to change their mind. Allowing him to do interviews is just because we don't have something nearer coming on.
Michelle Obama, every day she's dropped another negativity bomb on us, whether on her podcast or on someone else's. I mean, this audience knows she never says anything positive. It is all complaints.
Video of Michelle Obama today making the rounds. She's talking about how hard it is to afford things in the White House.
It's expensive to live in the White House. Many people don't know, I mean, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat. You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the First Lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel to be on the plane. It is an expensive proposition, and you're running for 2 years and not earning an income. So all of that was in my mind. How would we manage this? My fears came from the fact that I thought he could win, but I knew he had it in him.
When I look at this video, I was shocked. Yeah, because I don't get it. Looking at what Megyn Kelly actually said about her on this segment, you will realize something. Thank you guys for always been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you see clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. I always put short clips. You can end here if you want.
Let me just show you Terry Moran, because who clearly has waded into legal matters.
2028. Also, the first 100 days, and this is traditionally what they call
not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense? There's no self-defense, because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case, because it always is one until you look at the facts.
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Kilmer.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Somebody has to say it. So let me be.
So I just seen this video of this man talking about